Welcome back to Everyday English. I'm Michelle, and this is episode 24 of our 30-day journey. Today, we're talking about a situation that almost everyone finds challenging. How do you agree or disagree in English without sounding rude or aggressive? Because in real-life English, especially in American culture, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. If you say, "you're wrong," you might win the argument, but you'll lose the connection. So today, let's learn how to keep both your opinion and the relationship. First, let's start with the easy part, agreeing. Instead of giving a dry yes, try something more natural and engaging. For example, "that makes sense." You use this when the other person's reasoning feels logical. "I'm with you on that." This is very common in American English and simply means you agree. Exactly, that's a great point. This shows strong agreement and appreciation. Now, if you strongly agree, here's a powerful phrase. "I couldn't agree more." It tells the other person that you completely share their opinion. Now let's move to the harder part, disagreeing. In American communication style, being too direct can sometimes sound harsh, so instead we soften the disagreement. One simple technique is what I call the buffer. You briefly acknowledge the other person's idea before introducing your different opinion. For example, "I hear you, but that's an interesting perspective, but I think, actually, I'm not so sure about that." Notice the word "actually." It gently signals that a different opinion is coming. It prepares the listener so they don't feel surprised or attacked. This small adjustment makes a big difference. Now, here's a phrase you will hear everywhere in the United States. "I get where you're coming from, but..." This phrase is extremely powerful. It shows empathy. You're saying, "I understand your logic, even if I don't agree with your conclusion." As a result, the conversation stays friendly and open instead of defensive. Of course, sometimes you need to be more firm. For example, in a business meeting. In that case, try these professional phrases. "I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one." "I have a slightly different take on this." "I don't quite see it that way." These expressions are clear and confident, but still respectful. And remember, tone matters more than vocabulary. Keep your voice steady and calm, not sharp, not loud, not emotional. That's what makes it professional. All right, your turn. Let's practice a calm, confident American tone. Repeat after me. "That makes sense." "I'm with you on that." "I hear you, but I have a different take." "I get where you're coming from." "I'm going to have to disagree on that one." Very good. Notice how none of these sound aggressive. They sound thoughtful and controlled. Agreeing and disagreeing is not about winning an argument. It's about building a bridge between two minds. So here's your episode 24 homework. Write one sentence agreeing with me and write one sentence disagreeing politely. For example, "Michelle, I totally agree that tone matters." "I see what you mean, but I think direct communication is better." I'll be reading your comments and replying. I'm Michelle from Everyday English. Don't just learn English, live English. See you tomorrow.